Okay.
Hey there, there's the red light. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here live with Lily. Oh, I mean Rebecca May. Okay, that's her last name.
Miss
All right,
Lillian. Lily says thank you.
Rebecca. Lily is such a cute little dog. Look at her, right? But the thing is that we've done this before, so we thought, why don't we do this? Why don't we show some of the wonderful things that you do to be successful? You're obviously a Berkshire Hathaway agent. Use the marketing, plus you create your own. So take them through a little bit of the stuff that you do, okay, to really stand out in your marketplace.
Okay, well, the first thing I want to say is that what I do for marketing didn't happen overnight. That's what I love about real estate. One of the things is that, you're constantly can get better. So, I know I'm never supposed to say how long I've been doing this, but I started 8 years ago. And I mean, I was just broke. And so over time, I've created, I think, a good brand for Palm Springs. Palm Springs is really colorful and a lot of mid-century modern. And so one thing I found is I wear these caftans every day. And it's easy for me that way. When I'm busy, I don't have to think about what I'm going to wear. It's kind of like Steve Jobs and his black t-shirt and jeans. But so my slogan is, I loved Bewitched as a child, and I dream of Genie and Wonder Woman. And so my slogan is making real estate magic. And that's my logo that Berkshire Hathaway made for me after several tries. And they were very patient with me. I'm really picky. And so when I'm at open houses, I and floor time, I hand out as many of these as possible. They're not cheap, but my goal is to get as many out there as possible. And I want to say also that Berkshire Hathaway Mason Speeds, when he was with Berkshire Hathaway, when he was in marketing, he did this for me. And then on the back are some really fun area attractions and reviews and my QR code. And then also, I feel like I'm just stealing the floor here.
You
Here's
should be.
my, I am. This is my business card. These are really, really thick. That's what people always say. I say, I'm sorry, it's not a credit card, but there I am. And it all matches.
Right. And
So,
and and tell them, I know you're going to show us a video too and so forth, but take them through how, I mean, this didn't come naturally for you at first, right? To be this out there and putting yourself out there and being vulnerable and maybe a little shy. You had to go through that whole process, right?
oh yeah, I mean, everyone thinks I'm such an extrovert. Um, But in high school, I was so shy. Like all the popular people would meet in the C building in the morning, and I would never go. Um, and at a certain point, I think when I turned 50, um, I just decided that I was going to put myself out there and that I didn't care anymore about what people think about me. And it's been really exciting because the creativity has just started to flow. And um, so I just decided to put myself out there. I found this producer. He works for ESPN. Well, he's a an independent contractor, but he's won an Emmy and he really wants to be here more. And so he's doing these videos for me, and they've
Wow.
been received really well. I mean, we recently joined like a golf club, and people have walked up to me at the golf club and said, I love your commercials. So I think here's one of them that I just did on a new listing, a mid-century modern listing. How's that? Can you see well?
That's perfect. Yeah, just hit play,
Okay.
please.
Okay. Oh,
Hey
Yeah,
there,
that's good.
cool
Leave the
cat.
volume up.
Renee, ready for a blast from the past?
1959. Now I get to see if blondes really do have more fun. This fab mid-century modern pad in Racket Club Estates was designed by the iconic. Okay, then I'm going to skip to the funny part. And we were.
Dear, fetch me more martini.
This house has all the charm of the 50s without any of the nonsense.
I love it.
Yeah, so I've done, I think, 5 of them now. It's hard. Being an actress is hard work. I mean, it
You
really
do
is
an incredible job,
exhausting.
though. I see your
What'd you say?
bewitched. I see your bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie. Influence in there though.
Yeah, there's one where I actually um, bop my head and disappear. So it's been really fun. And I'm hoping I can get a show so that I can not work so hard. But
Isn't it amazing that when people see you on video, let's say they've never met you before and they've seen your videos and so forth, then they meet you. Isn't it amazing how they automatically treat you differently just because they've seen you? Like people saying, "I love your commercials," right? I mean, it's amazing how well video works.
yes, and I also, when I first started, I started by doing the selfie videos. And one thing I really think is important is that, and you've said it before, is that it's better to do it than not do it. It doesn't
Right.
have to be perfect, you know? Um, but people want to see you. They want to see your personality.
I
So
do.
not everybody can, don't copy me is all I'm going to say. But
No.
but
Well,
find your
and
own
that's
thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. You need to use your own personality, your own originality, but you can go to YouTube. I always tell the people I coach, go to YouTube, watch a bunch of other people's videos. You're going to come up with your own ideas, and there you go. And I'm sure the sellers love the way you're marketing their properties too.
Oh yeah, and these videos may not be like, I have a really high-end luxury listing in Rancho Mirage right now. And I didn't do that kind of video. I did like a very high-end luxury video. And honestly, I'm not in it. I probably could have been in it at the beginning, introducing the home. But you kind of choose what goes with your property. And I do have like clients that have said, I want one of your magical videos. So, and then I also send out a newsletter once a month. And at the top is me, and it says Making Real Estate Magic. And then I have links I do featured listings and then a link that you can watch all the videos. So
I love it. I love it.
yeah.
I love it too. And it sounds like you're having fun now that you've mixed it up and using your personality and getting out there more. It sounds like it's not only becomes easier for you, but it's obviously fun now.
Yes, it really is. It's exciting. I owned a clothing booth selling Indian clothing at the farmers markets for 10 years. So I love, fashion and textiles, and I come from a big design background, so I have that creativity, and so it kind of fuels you know, that part of my business that was missing before.
That's great. Yeah, and it's so true because real estate really it's such a business that you can do exactly the way you want to within your own personality. And I think once you start doing that, Rebecca, it just really affects your overall confidence too, doesn't it?
Yes, and something about confidence I wanted to say is that my dad used to always tell me, you have no confidence, but confidence has really I've really started to be confident just through being a great realtor, and helping people. And so, I to anyone just struggling out there, because that was me. And I'm not saying, and the thing is, it's not always great. You don't get attached to the good or the bad because you have to stay neutral because every day things happen. But, with those wins, that's where I think the confidence starts to come. And with the losses, there's a
Mhm.
learning in everything we do. It's really quite an amazing career.
It is. It is an amazing career, and you're right. When you lose, you don't really lose because you learn and you gain experience, right? But
Yeah.
as you do more and more and become more confident, whether it's making a few phone calls and calling people, or knocking a few doors, or doing some social media videos, or practicing your listing presentation, whatever it is that you need to do the amount of business you want to do, getting outside your comfort zone, because I'm sure you had this realization. I was shy, I wasn't doing it, but as soon as you started doing it, you really realize it's nowhere near as tough as I thought it was going to be. As a matter of fact, it ended up being fun.
Yeah, and I mean, I have ADD, so there are squirrels everywhere. So, another thing too is it's really important not to focus on the people that don't like you and don't like what you're doing, because I'll send out my market report, my newsletter to 6,000 people, and 10 people unsubscribe, and it hurts, but then you have to focus on the 5,990 people that didn't unsubscribe, you know?
Right.
So yeah. So just thinking of points.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's amazing how our brain does go to that, though. Oh my God, 10 people unsubscribed. What did they not like about it? And the whole, it's kind of like your social media, right? Some people, send you a friend request. Some people unfriend you. Some people unfollow you based on your content. But like you said, I think it's good that that happens, because you don't want the people that don't want what you're selling anyway. I mean, some people just aren't going to align with you, and it's perfectly okay.
Exactly. It's like you can't please all the people all the time. Um,
Right.
so yeah. So it's a continuous growth um process. Never get cocky, never get, again, attached to the good or bad. Try to stay neutral. Um, I feel like that's really important.
Don't be attached. Just do your job and enjoy yourself, and have faith that what you're doing is the right thing for your clients and yourself. And you're always. I mean, look at our country, right? I mean, it's always like politically polar. Half the people believe this, the other half believe that. It's just the way it always is. So you're never going to get 100% participation. It would be kind of boring, I think, if you did.
Yes, exactly. And don't let anybody ruin your fire. I don't know if that makes sense. But like, life is too short to let anybody get in the way of being yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And,
So,
and that's a great
yeah.
thing. But what you're doing is you're being yourself, you're using your personality and your talents and your creativity, and you're getting it out there to market your properties, which I think is absolutely fabulous.
Thank you. Um, and so I just started a YouTube page, and I find when I link my YouTube videos to my Facebook or my Instagram, I don't get as much engagement. So I haven't been doing that. I just upload them directly from my phone. But the next step is to figure out how to make my YouTube page bigger, and I think I have like 11 subscribers or something. Do you have any suggestions for that?
Well, okay, so it's funny you say that, because I do the same video, right? And I put it individually on Facebook by itself. I put it on Instagram. I put it on LinkedIn. I put it on TikTok. I put it on Twitter, and I put it on YouTube Shorts by itself. So I think if you're constantly putting new videos on YouTube, okay, you're going to get more and more. It's the like you said earlier, it's not the perfection, it's the consistency that'll get you more subscribers.
Well, how am I going to get a show? Do you
A
know any
show.
any producer?
I think if you get
I'm
a
ready
lot of
to not
followers,
work as hard. I'm just kidding. Huh?
I think if you get a lot of subscribers and you have a lot of people following you, they'll off. You don't even have. You know what? Here's the thing: if you get enough, you don't need anybody. You just decide to have your own show, produce it yourself.
Oh, that's what someone was saying, because then they can't replace you and that kind of thing. Good
Right.
point. Yeah, I'm in the
That,
beginning stages of, I don't do TikTok yet. It's hard to do it all. So you just have to, like, I feel like, be patient and just do as much as you can. I mean, obviously we're selling houses, which is a very challenging job as it is, but just try to do what you can. And yeah, so
yeah. Well, and you live in one of the. It is a magical place. I don't know. Every time I go to Palm Springs, there's just something about it. You feel centered. You feel relaxed. It's I don't know what it is about the atmosphere there, but the way it's set up with the mountains in there, it's just a really nice place. And they talk about a great place to work. You work in a great place to work. I mean, let's face it, it's a dynamite area.
it is. I mean, obviously for me, it's not. I used to visit here when I lived in San Diego, so it's a little different for me now, um, working here. But there is something very magical about it. The mountains, there's something magical about them. And I mean, the thing about Palm Springs is there is so much business to go around that there's no
Right.
reason for agents to be like nasty to each other or jealous, or it's like there you could just go to our office downtown and stand there and just pick up client after client. So because we have the signs and the windows and people scan the QR codes. So yeah, it's just, I love it here. The summer
Good.
is a little tough, but
Right.
you know
I'm in Vegas. I get it. It's a little tough here too, but it's only 2 months normally where it's that bad.
yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
It's better than
So
snow. All right. So final question. Okay. So, your three most important things you would tell them. Now, you already told them one, marketing. You gave them a lot of information on marketing and what they should do and so forth. Give them a couple more. What other things would you tell them to focus on to be a success in this business?
you're putting me on the spot here, but I'm going to say just put one foot in front of the other.
Hmm.
Like, don't focus on having to do all of this at once. Like, put one foot in front of the other and it will eventually come.
Yeah.
Um and lastly, I have a lot of advice, but you've got to work really hard. I mean, I work like, I'm not good at your some of your tips. Like, I work nonstop, but I love it. So I have learned to take, like, I don't ever take, rare that I take a full day off, although I've never even been to New York and we're going to Europe for 2 weeks in October. Um, when I started this, there was a time I couldn't afford to eat. Um, but and I think also, just, I've said it before, just stay humble, you know, be a good
Yeah.
person, stay humble, help people. That's
And get
those are my
yourself
things.
one real mascot like yours, Lily.
Yes. Yeah, this is my
Lily.
why, one of my whys. She was found just running the streets of La Quinta Cove, and now she and I hit the lottery with each other. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of my next thing, is that animals are my passion. I love dogs. My next venture is that there's a little sh- uh, nonprofit that I got her from in Coachella and Thermal, and they don't have a lot of money at all. And my next goal is to help them do like videos, like pet of the week kind of thing. So yeah, find out like what is important to you. You know,
Mhm.
for me, I want to maybe donate part of my commissions I've thought of to the shelter. So it
Mhm.
has to mean something.
Yeah, give
So
back, give back. Find your, and that's a very good point. You're going to work hard. if you're gonna kill it in real estate, you're gonna work hard. So you have to love it. Like you said, I agree with you 100%. All right. But at the same time, you can find other outside interests. Like for you, it's animals, right? There's all kinds of things. For me, it's music. It's help. I like helping the Sunshine Kids. As you know, I always have
Yeah,
this on. I
that's
will
so
be in
cool.
Palm Springs, actually the desert, Monday for the second Sunshine Kids event of the year, our golf tournament there, right? So you got to have some. You can't just be 24/7 real estate. You got to have other likes, other things, and even your hobbies and your family. All of that I think is good to show on social media because they want to see you're a real person.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. It can't
absolutely.
be. In fact, these one thing I want to say about these videos, and then maybe I could play you a quick snip of something funny at the end if you want. Um,
Yes, I.
but these videos, I mean, my old just regular, videos were getting, I don't know, like 100, maybe 400 views or something. These are getting like thousands of views.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. So I was just going to play you this one really quick. It's funny. Hi, I'm Rebecca May, and I have something special for you. Watch closely. Were you expecting a rabbit? Oh, honey, I can do better than that. This newly renovated private estate is a showstopper. From the second you step inside. Oops. Anyway, I need to charge my phone. Our power went out last night, so I didn't charge my phone. Yeah,
It's
so
okay. We get
those
to,
are fun.
that is an awesome video, and I obviously have some help editing because that's cool. I like it. I like it a lot.
Thank you. Oh, I could never, like I said, and that's another point is like, don't try to do everything yourself. Like now that I can afford it, I've got this producer. I mean, yes, at first I was doing them myself, but like, don't try, do what you're good at.
Right.
And then farm out, try to farm.
Oh, we lost her. Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing technical difficulties. I don't know what happened, Paul, but I think that
I think she just snapped her finger and disappeared, like the
yeah,
video.
she pulled a bewitched on us. She didn't even wiggle her nose though, right? She should have gone ding 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 and then gone, right? But she didn't. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I think you got the gist of most of it anyway. Rebecca, thank you very much. Even though you're not here, thank you very much for taking your time out today. I really appreciate it. Paul, as always, thank you, my man. You're the best. All right,
You got
everybody.
it.
We'll do this next time. Thank you.